This is a Tauco bandsaw from the 1940s. I got it reasonably cheap, and that's because there's quite a few things wrong with it. So the idea is to restore this, get it running really nice. So the first thing to notice, it's quite a lot of rust. The second thing, it's leaking oil out of the gearbox. Also with the gearbox, there's a lever that engages the high-low gear, and it's very loose. So when it's running, then it starts to disengage after a very short time. There's a lot of wear, particularly to the thrust bearings. This hardly turns at all because it's been incorrectly set up for quite a while by the look of it. The lower bearing, the lower thrust bearing, is set up correctly, but that one doesn't turn either. And then if we take the cover off, you'll see that there's no tires left at all. They've just disintegrated. So the idea is to strip this down until I stop finding broken parts. Either make replacement parts on the lathe, if I can't do that, order new components, degrease it, paint it, build it back up, and get it running really nice. Okay, that's really worn. It's got a split all the way through. It could be salvageable. That's really worrying. Why is that wobbling around like that? Okay, let's get this up. It's just moving around in there. Okay, well we can see that the thrust bearing is completely destroyed. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. How come there's a pin missing? So that's the upper blade guide taken off. It's quite worn, but not bad. There are two screws, two very large screws here. I can get at the one, but not at the other, because the thrust bearing shaft is in the way. It doesn't matter where I put it. It's always shadowing that screw. So I think maybe we take these off. Put that back on there so we don't lose it. Okay. And then that's that screw removed as well. So. Okay, so that's everything on this side. So you need to turn it around and try to get the gearbox off. It's not exactly what I was expecting. So this gearbox sits inside here, and then this lever causes this gear to engage with this gear here, which turns the wheel on the other side, which drives the belt. And this is for the metal cutting, the slow speeds. And then you have the belt drive pulley that will attach to the motor. But all this lever does is engage or disengage the gear on that gear. There isn't a second one in there for high speed, so I was wondering how you switch to high speed for wood cutting. And I think that there used to be two pulleys. So this is the pulley cover, which bolts on there, and the motor pulley is here, and the gearbox pulley is here for the metal cutting. And then I think there probably should be another pulley here that you bypass with that lever, this, so that you can drive this pulley for the high speed wood cutting speeds. So I'm going to try and reinstall this if at all possible. So it's stripped down as far as I can go. I've got to the last bit that needs some attention, which is the gearbox. I just need to make sure that this lever stays in the engaged position and doesn't drop out due to the vibrations. There's no gasket here, which is why it was leaking oil. So I'll put some gasket compound on there after doing this, and then reinstall the gearbox, and then I'll degrease everything and pressure wash it. I want to get the gearbox on before doing the pressure washing because I don't want to get any water inside here. Okay, so that's the strip down. In the next video I'll deal with what was wrong with this gearbox, and then we'll degrease the whole thing and start painting.